Former President Thabo Mbeki will lead the ANC's elections campaign in Soweto today. This as the governing party intensifies its drive ahead of the May 29 elections. Several other party veterans, including former ANC Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe, will also campaign for the party. The party's image has been tarnished by economic stagnation, rising unemployment, and repeated corruption scandals involving its top officials. Surveys show that the ANC is likely to lose its parliamentary majority for the first time since democracy, and this would open up the prospect of coalition governance. But the governing party is confident it will retain power. Let's get some analysis with political analyst Dr Zamokuhle Mbandlwa, who joins us on the line. Good morning, Doctor, and thank you so much for your time. Now, the significance of former President Mbeki campaigning for the ANC, especially in these elections, we'd like to hear from you with regards to that.
Good morning, Mas Chaba. Good morning to your viewers. Well, it's a very important shift. If you look at what the former President Mbeki have said in the past, particularly last year, when he was asked whether he will campaign for the ANC this year, and he indicated that he will not campaign for the ANC. And he also stated his reasons, which I think were valid based on his observation and the performance of the ANC and the behavior of the ANC leadership. But you will recall early this year, the ANC NEC delegated Mr. Ntuli to persuade the former president to speak to him, to persuade him to campaign for the ANC. And I think what is happening today is a result of the engagement that he had with Mr. Ntuli and the delegation that was actually delegated to persuade the former president. Well, even though the former presidents of political parties are used in the main to campaign for the political party, I remember some time ago, they were using the name of the former president, Nelson Mandela, to campaign in such a way that they were even saying that do it for Mandela. And they also said do it for Annie. So the former leaders are actually playing a very key role in campaigning for the party. But I don't think in this case it will have a significant impact on the voters, because at this point, I think the majority of people in the country have already made up their mind. I don't think people at this point do not know who to vote for and what are the reasons for voting for that political party that they want to vote for. And I think also it is very important to deploy people that are campaigning for the political party in the community that actually resonates with the manner in which that particular individual is actually living. I was going to believe that if maybe he was actually living in the township, maybe it was going to be much easier for him to persuade people that are living in the township, because they are able to actually link with the lifestyle that is actually living and those who are living around the township. So
that is a very valid point, Doctor, which actually brings me to my next question, to say why Soweto? And I mean, does the ANC have unfinished business in the townships?
Exactly. In the townships, in the main, we have people that are actually unemployed. They are in majority. So if you have many people who still has hope, they believe that whoever that is actually voted in will probably bring a change to their lives, and maybe create employment opportunities. So I think that is the main reason for going to Soweto. But also what really raised a question in my mind is that why campaigning on a weekday whereby everybody is at work? So it then clicked in my mind that in fact the ANC understands that many people are unemployed. So in the township, of course, there are so many people who are unemployed. So the target market for this campaign is people who are unemployed, because those who are employed are actually in their workplace at the moment, and they will only come back later And then if maybe the target was everybody that is living in the township, maybe weekend was an ideal time for the former president to actually go and campaign.
Isn't this almost an admission, Doctor, of the current, perhaps, crisis, if we can call it, when it comes to the unemployment levels, particularly in the township? But what does this say about the ANC, in light of the fact that they choose to campaign during the week when they know that perhaps they will have a bigger audience at this time?
Well, I think I'll agree with you that it's an admission that many people are unemployed, and perhaps those are the people that are becoming a target for political parties to actually persuade them to vote for any particular party. And in this case, the ANC is actually going to persuade those people. But I think the reality of the country is that there's a high rate of unemployment. And I think the ANC, as it has indicated before, it said the current president indicated that the ANC or the government does not have a responsibility to create employment opportunities, which I think that was not a fair comment, because the government have a responsibility to ensure that the economy is actually growing, so the country is attracting investors, so that there will be enough employment opportunities in the country. But I think in the township, perhaps Soweto, the location itself, I think, plays a very significant role. If you look at Soweto, there are so many stalwarts that are coming from Soweto. Even those who were leading before, they were from Soweto. Even the former president, the first democratic president, was also living in Soweto. He had an apartment in Soweto.
Which had a huge impact. And let's see what kind of impact this will have. But Doctor, thank you so much for your time.